How did it kind of like...
Our next
Yes,
guest.
now we have Mr. John Tanner.
Hello.
Welcome, John.
Hi, John.
Hello, it's a pleasure.
So, John is going to be one of our regular guests now. The first Wednesday of every month, John will be in and we will be talking to him about his paranormal journey so far. And I think John's got some stuff to share with us this evening, haven't you? Your future paranormal investigations and all that good stuff. So I know quite recently John has had a few problems, shall we say?
A bit of a restructure.
Yes. John's got some new team members now, and his group continues to grow from strength to strength.
They've only just started.
Absolutely, yeah. So we've had a couple of members. We had a couple of members go their own way, and we've also had some new members join, which is always good for a team. It means you can start building and have the right people in the team as well. So, yeah.
Oh, that's really fantastic news. And you know, what have you been up to in the last time since we saw you?
So, other than restructuring the team, investigations-wise, I've been to the Black Swan in Devizes. That was a very interesting one. That was a Trowbridge paranormal investigation that we got invited along to. That we had a lot of activity, especially upstairs in the attic. I always love attics and cellars.
What building did you go to, sorry?
The Black Swan in
Right.
Devizes.
Yeah, I've done an investigation there. It's a fantastic place to investigate. It really, really is.
I mean, I got creeped out first of all when you go down the cellar and there's a coffin down there. But
Yeah, that's understandable. I think I'd be creeped out.
set the mood for the cellar. But overall, no, it was very active. Upstairs we had a stone thrown at us, which then I threw the other side of the attic and had the same stone thrown back at me again.
That's always amazing.
Which was very nice.
Is that a poltergeist? I've experienced poltergeists.
I'm very loose with the word poltergeist. I think it's more intelligent would be the way I do it. Maybe they've just got a bit more energy that they can do things like that. Now poltergeist, when people think about that, they think about Amityville and stuff like that, and really powerful ones. So I'd probably save that word for really powerful spirits that
Clara
damage.
Clara actually said earlier that you've actually had an experience with a poltergeist, haven't you, in your
Yes, yeah.
old property, which was quite scary.
It was very scary, yeah. And
So,
it did move things and energy around us.
Yeah, and obviously from what you explained, it looked like it was growing and growing and growing in energy, and that it may have caused some damage to you in the future.
That's really interesting. You talk about them growing and growing in energy. Can you explain a little bit more about what you mean by that?
So obviously there's many different theories, but you do find that a spirit, once it gets used to you, can take some of your energy or take the energy that you're giving out from different devices, and it will get stronger and they will do more and more things. So you might start with, I don't know, seeing a shadow out the corner of your eye at one time, and then go there the next time and it's full blown throwing a barrel at your head. that would be the holy grail, wouldn't it?
So what's been your scariest encounter? I'm really curious.
My scariest encounter from a physical point of view would be in Wroughton Hangar, when I was physically lifted off the ground and thrown backwards. That was an eye-opener.
I'm sure it was.
That's not the way I explained it at the time. And my exact words was not them.
But apparently the listeners can't hear you that well, John, so do you want to pull the... Not unless you use this microphone. This one might be...
I could use yours.
Yes,
How's that?
there you go.
A nice little lady
that's
has
much
one on her
better.
own. Is that
Perfect.
a bit better techie? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was an eye opener, and like I said, I didn't use their words, but there we are. As for me being not very trusting of the place I was in, I would have to say the hydrobath downstairs in the cellar on my own. That would be one where I felt very uneasy and that I wanted to leave. But I
was actually scratched down in that cellar when my group
I am
went
very
to do an
interested.
investigation. I was actually it felt like someone was pinching the back of my ankle to start off with. But then I had a huge scratch going down the back of my leg, and that really hurt for a little while after. In fact, a few days afterwards. And there was... the story goes that a guy had actually hung himself down in the cellar. I don't know whether you've heard that story or not, but yeah, so... And apparently he just doesn't like people going down there.
Well, I haven't heard about the hanging, but that would be very interesting. But it's funny you say that. I had a scratch on my back from down in that cellar,
Right.
and another one on my team, which I've put in the report to the place, actually had a scratch on the back of their leg.
Yeah.
Down there. Obviously, we don't mind going off alone,
No.
because it makes it more interesting.
But I'm going to have the scary music. We need some scary music to come on. That's a bit spooky that you've both had separate experiences and yet you've both experienced
And
the
both
same.
at different times as well. 'Cause
Yeah.
obviously we've both been